had a question about Chapter 6, Tap 1, and I expect that the hard part of this was Part A, and that was filling out this column here, the minimum price necessary to motivate Albert to work one more hour hunting mushrooms. I'm going to change this pen color. All right, and the key to understanding that is to remember that Albert can make a wage of $30 per hour at his job as an auto mechanic. So in order to be motivated to go hunt mushrooms, he's going to have to make more than $30 for each hour. And we can figure out the price that would be just enough, would be the threshold price, where if the price were just an iota bigger, it would get Albert to spend one more hour hunting mushrooms. That threshold price would be the price where the price times the increase in mushrooms that he'd get would be just equal to the wage. Then it would be a tie. Do I work 1 hour at the auto mechanics, or do I work one more hour at hunting mushrooms? Just for example, let's think of that first hour. If Albert works 1 hour hunting mushrooms, he finds 15 pounds of mushrooms. Well, how high would price have to be for those 15 pounds to be enough to get Albert to hunt mushrooms instead of working as an auto mechanic? And we can see that as long as price is 2, that 2 times 15 would be just equal to 30. Any price 2 or higher will get him to work one more hour. We can manipulate this relationship just a little bit to get the threshold price as I just described it. Notice I can divide both sides by delta Q, and I get the minimum price necessary to get him to provide one more hour is equal to the wage divided by delta Q. And then now I'm ready to do the problem. I can just look at these data and get delta Q. I'm going to add that column before calculating the next. I see the first hour gets me 15, so the change is 15. I go from 0 mushrooms to getting 15 pounds of mushrooms. That second hour gets me 12 more pounds of mushroom. That third hour gets me 9 more pounds. Sorry, I'm working with a big stylus here. That 9 comes from the fact that the mushrooms for that third hour rise from 27 to 36. The fourth hour gets you 6 more pounds. The fifth gets you 3 more pounds. You see the pattern. And then the sixth hour just gets you 1 more pound. So notice that we know wage is stuck at 30 for this example. So I can just say 30 divided by delta Q, where delta Q comes from this column. So 30 divided by 15 is 2. 30 divided by 12 is 2.5. Divided by 9, it's 333. And divide by 6, 5. Divide by 3, 10. And then to get Albert out in the woods hunting mushrooms for all 6 hours, price would have to be way up at 30. Just to finish this problem off, how high would price have to rise to get Albert to spend 6 hours? That would be 30. You just saw where that came from. 30 would be big in the back. And then, oh boy, I didn't quite leave myself room to draw my supply curve. Let me create a new page to draw this Albert supply curve for chanterelle mushrooms based on these data here. All right, here I've scaled the axes, and remember that as long as price were at least $2 per pound, Albert would supply 15. I'm plotting quantities against minimum price necessary to provide those. If price rose to $2.50, just a teeny bit above that, the quantity supply would rise to 27. So much easier to do if you have a little spreadsheet. If price rose to $3.33, boy, I still haven't be just a little bit higher than that. 333, quantity supplied would go up to 36, something like that. If price rose up to 5, which would be roughly there, these are each worth 2, quantity supply would go up to 42. Should be something like that. And price would have to go up to 10 to get 45, right there. And then to get that 46 pound, it'd be one more. Well, each of these are worth 3, be just a smidgen higher. Price would have to go all the way up to 30, which is up here somewhere. So it'd be looking something like this. And I think that's what most of you got. I'm not the very best artist, as you well know. We'll just fudge it, make these points big. Anyway, that's what the supply curve would look like. And that's Tap 1 from Chapter 6.